What's going on, YouTube? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing great. I missed you guys. As you guys know, I always come out with some kind of video for you guys just to talk. This one's going to be a little bit of a quick video. So I don't have my camera mounted. It's in my hand, so excuse the moving around. This is not going to be that type of video that I normally do with the side-by-side comparisons between the TVs. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what I'm going to be doing. One of the most common questions on my channel is if I'm going to purchase the A95L. And even though I was up in the air about it and not sure, I am going to purchase that TV. And you're probably looking at it right now saying, wow, well, I only see one TV right now in your video. Normally you have 2 or 3 TVs all side by side doing these comparisons. And the reason why you only see the one TV right now, by the way, you're looking at the LG G3. I moved that TV to my room because I got rid of the 65-inch that was in this room, because I'm going to start getting prepared for the A95L that's coming in. And I'm going to just talk about a little bit of what my reasons are for purchasing the TV and what I'm looking forward to and things like that. So the primary reason why I'm purchasing the A95L, and again, I am purchasing that TV in the 77-inch. But the primary reason why I want to purchase that TV is because I did notice that there are going to be some improvements over the A95K that I personally was not a fan of. And one of those things, which is the biggest thing to me, as you guys already know that I bring up a lot, is motion. And it looks to me, at least on paper and at least what they are saying on Sony's own videos, and their own representatives are saying, is that they have, with the new XR cognitive processor that they're using, it looks like they have another feature that's built in with that's called XR OLED motion. And what that does basically is it kind of just makes everything smooth with no judder, and just enhances your overall viewing experience. And that, to me, I know Sony is known for motion processing. I understand it, and I know they're world renowned for that. But I was a little upset over what their motion processing looked like in the A95K. I am extremely sensitive to motion, and I can notice it a lot more than the average person. So that's why I'm hoping that this is one of the TVs that can actually, you know, overcome what I saw, and I'm excited to see that. Another thing that I'm really excited about is their Dolby Vision gaming with picture-in-picture. The only thing I notice is that they don't have an RPG mode, which I'm a little skeptical about, or if they do, they're not talking about it. It seems like they're talking more so about the RTS modes and other modes like FPS and stuff like that in gaming. And I'm hoping that they improved their input lag as well. Although the input lag wasn't really one of those definitive deal breakers for me, I just noticed that when you're gaming on, let's say, Samsung S95C or last year's S95B or G2 or G3 for LG, the input lag was definitely better than it was on the A95K. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh my God, it's like a tenth of a millisecond. How do you even notice that? Guys, I'm sorry. There's just certain things that I notice over others, and I did notice that difference. So I will say that's one of those big things right there. Another thing I'm a huge fan of with the A95K or Sony is I really like that acoustic, excuse me, the acoustic service, like their Audio Plus system. I like how they integrate the speakers and the sound coming out of, excuse me, the screen, and it seems like they made some improvements, and they have the Dolby Atmos 3D and all these other modes where, some of the other brands do fail a little bit as far as sound quality goes, where, for example, you have the volume all the way up because you're trying to hear the voices coming out of the speaker, but then once all, let's say, the action or the music starts getting loud and intense, you have to turn that volume down. So to me, it seems like Sony has it the best where they can level that out. But yet we're yet to see. The other thing that I noticed is that out when the S95C first was released, it was $4,500, and the A95L is $5,000. So my thing is, last year it was a bigger gap within the same screen size. So Sony is doing a good job of closing that gap, making their prices more competitive, which is more respectful. I thought personally that the 77-inch was going to be somewhere in that $6,000 range, even higher. But I'm glad to see that they kept the price point low, very competitive, where you don't feel like you're paying this huge premium and not getting that much more than, let's say, the S95C or the LG G3, especially for gamers. So although I know that the A95L is going to be giving you the VRR and ALLM and not the FreeSync and G-Sync, I don't, in my personal opinion, feel like that's the biggest difference that will be a deal breaker for me. Maybe for some others, but not so much me. So I'm really excited about that. Another thing that I've noticed that they are pushing towards the consumer for Sony that I'm actually pretty excited about is they have the AR Contrast Pro feature, and I'm not sure if that's a feature that you're going to be turning on. You're going to be able to go into the settings and turn on and off. It sounds very similar to, let's say, like a contrast enhancer. I could be completely wrong, but their XR Contrast Pro basically will take your HDR to another level, and they state that it takes the contrast all the way down to the individual pixel level, which I'm really excited to see how that looks. And there's a lot of positive feedback now, as you guys can see, that have the A95L and on YouTube, but I haven't really heard so much about that. So I'm not sure if that's a feature that you can actually turn on and off, or it's just automatically built in. And of course, as we all know, the XR Triluminous Max feature in Sony's, that I really like a lot, because what that does, and I noticed that was one of the biggest things that I noticed the difference between the A95K and the S95B of last year. I noticed that when you played, the biggest difference to me was the clarity in the A95K over the S95B. Now, was it like a huge difference where it was that noticeable? No, but it kind of did spoil you a little bit more. But again, that $1,000 difference last year to me was not worth it. Now that it's a $500 difference and they really closed the gap on the 77-inch, I'm hoping that they kind of improved upon that feature and just, make it look even better, and also obviously with them adding more brightness to the QD OLED versus the A95K. I think that's going to be a great combination and feature, in my personal opinion. So I can't wait to do those comparisons for you guys. And another thing that I've noticed is, their picture formats. I love their IMAX picture format. I love other ones, but the one I'm really looking forward to is the Netflix format feature that they have. It's going to be a little bit different. They have so they pretty much just adopted the Netflix. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm like drinking over here. or thirsty over here, but the Netflix adaptive collaboration mode. I think that's what it's called. Regardless, I'm really excited to see that because every format that you're going to be able to connect to, and I really like how it just kind of automatically connects to it, is going to really just maximize its performance all through the XR processor, all automatically. And I'm kind of just shocked about that. They really did make some really cool improvements that I do personally think are going to be worth it. And in the beginning, um, I was before they really started pushing out more videos and more facts and specs about the TV. I was skeptical because last year, and it was just so close between the A95K and the S95B. It just really wasn't even worth it. So at that point, I was just like, it's going to be the same thing for 2023, and it doesn't seem like that anymore. This seems like Sony kind of heard, listened to the people, the enthusiasts, the pros, all the reviewers out there, and they kind of took everything into consideration, took their time, and made a TV that was priced competitively with amazing, top-notch, state-of-the-art technology, and they're just going to really blow everybody's mind. So I'm extremely excited about it, and I had to pick it up. And I'm going to do my comparisons, guys. So you're going to see the LG G3, the Samsung S95C, and the Sony A95L, all in 77-inch, all next to each other, side by side. We're gonna run gaming comparisons. I think we're gonna do some live, and we're just gonna have at it, and we're gonna have some fun. And we're gonna max out the color settings. We're gonna try to go as accurate as we can with the color settings, just to appease to all people who either don't care about color accuracy or do care about color accuracy. And we're just gonna do many comparisons. We're just gonna have a good time learning how these TVs are going to run. So all the way around, I'm excited. We'll talk about it more. And thank you guys for your support. If you guys have any questions in the comments or anything like that, please let me know. If you find this video helpful at all, please hit the like, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.